Hello and welcome to the Sunday Shale Show. My name is Mike Chazzy and today I'm joined by Mike Baach from Philpott Rubber. Mike, how are you today?
Doing fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing okay. Thanks for joining us. Give me a quick 30-second commercial on you personally, a little bit about your background.
Well, I had the great fortune of being a part of a group that started a company called Corpro in 1984. That's probably one of the most fun times I had. Still pinch myself over that. The time between 1984 and 1992, we went from a startup to being on the New York Stock Exchange. And we did that primarily by serving the energy business. We were in the business of corrosion prevention. When you bury, submerge, or encase of metal in concrete, it likes to corrode. So that was a phenomenal opportunity. I retired at the ripe old age of 50. And my wife probably would have killed me if I stayed home and kept showing her how to be more efficient.
Yeah.
But
you found something else to do.
I found something else to do and was recruited here to Philpott, which has a rich 125-year history that we'll be celebrating next year in the area of making rubber and plastic products. And our claim to fame here, and I'm pinching myself again for the opportunity to lead such a great group and great company, is that we have figured out a way to be competitive with the Indians and Chinese in making plastic and rubber parts, but doing it here in America.
Well, that's good. So a little bit more about Philpott. Been around 125 years, plastics, polymers, rubbers. What are some of the products that you guys do sell and market?
Yeah, we'll run the gamut to diaphragms and balls and seats in air-actuated diaphragm pumps. We got probably #1 market share in the world in that particular industry.
Okay.
We'll do things in steel mills for safety to be sure that coils that weigh 40,000 pounds don't cut loose, and those are hard to stop from rolling when they get moving. So we run the gamut of just about any type of business that you can think of. Our people are application specialists.
Okay.
And that's where we bring solutions to customers where we may learn something in one market and bring it to another.
Okay. Well, you hit on the very next topic of people. How many folks do you have employed here at Philpott?
Well, what we actually have in this building, we're sitting in our distribution center here.
Which is in Brunswick.
In Brunswick, Ohio. Famous Brunswick.
Yes.
There are 35 people in the company here, but our company is responsible for about 214 other jobs.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it's done in a manner that makes sure that we keep American industry strong here in our particular space, while at the same time minimizing cost. So we do a lot of that with partnerships with other people that are in our business. And we're quite proud of the way that things are going right now.
Good, good. But there's an interesting story here in Brunswick. A number of weeks and months ago, there some folks in leadership here were talking about what they should do should the industry maybe coulda, woulda, shoulda come to town. And I know you and a few other folks said, well, you have an opinion on that. Give me a quick synopsis of that Brunswick City Council situation.
Well, I think the lead into this is maybe we're kind of selfish because we, after watching the shale gas play going on here, decided that this is a market that we needed to be a part of. And we went and sought out, again, a solution that was unique for our customers. And looked, we actually provide a completion fluid that's very environmentally safe. So we're there during the completion process. Our material essentially gels, it's polymer.
Okay.
Helps clean out the well at the very end of the process. And in so doing, we bring an element of green to the whole process. Well, as a service company, it's not necessary that we or any of our compatriot companies be right smack on top of the well. And Brunswick, when you take a look at its distance, is within easy reach of like the things that are going on in Carroll County. So we take great pride in the fact that we are here, we pay our taxes, we employ people, we grow the business. We'd like customers, fellow service companies, lawyers, whatever it is that are responsible in paying taxes to be close to us. It keeps the tax rates down. It keeps industry growing. It does all the things that we all like to do.
Absolutely.
Our city council, and the only way I found out about this is I read it in the paper one morning, we're considering a ban on fracking. Now, the geology here, from what I understand, is not conducive to putting wells in this particular area.
I believe that's the case at this time.
And I believe they know that very well, because you and I think, testified at the same council meeting.
We did.
That was there to give them, if you will, an out. Their universe of knowledge expanded to where they should have understand, and I believe they did understand, that there was not going to be exploration and production here in the city of Brunswick.
Correct.
Even if it was conducive, there's not a whole lot of land here.
Be tough to put 640 acres together.
I think it would be impossible. The other thing is, even if you believe the craziness of the environmentalists, and these nutty things they talk about with contamination of drinking water, this is all city water here. So from a practical matter, there, from my perspective, was no leg to stand on. Yet what they did is continued with their process, and what they did is passed a resolution that banned fracking here. Well, here's our problem, though, is Philpott has for 124 years been in a business of delivering polymers and solutions to our customers. We've expanded that offering into the shale gas area, and between us, this has now become 25% of our business.
Really? Wow.
Very important to us.
So 25% just in 1 year versus the previous 124 years?
Correct.
Okay.
So it's an important part of our business, and obviously growing very quickly. Well, we work, like most companies do, very hard in maintaining an image that projects a positive message to our customers. I don't think that within the traveling I've done since the resolution in Brunswick was passed, that Brunswick itself has a very good name in the energy industry, and for good reason. Because of our trucks moving around, we have to have DOT placards with our DOT registration number and the town from which we're deploying our vehicles. And if you go out, we just had another truck delivered, and we put another crew on, and we're growing the business. And the truck you see out there now has Brunswick and Ohio on it. And I promise you that's a temporary situation until we can find a place that better suits the location of this growing business for us, the job creation, the withholding taxes, and the taxes that we would pay as a company, because we would be embarrassed to have customers see that we are from a part of the state that, even though there isn't going to be anything done here in the energy area for drilling, that they banned it. And it's unfortunate. We like this place. We love our neighbors. We'll keep our headquarters here. But the biggest growth area for our business is moving elsewhere. It's not just us. If you think about companies that are looking to put a business elsewhere, where they don't want to necessarily, or don't need to necessarily, be in the bullseye of the drilling zone, the further away you get, the less impact on rent values, property values, and it is more economical here. We're not that far away from Carroll County. It reduces our overhead, which we pass on in price benefit to our customers.
Sure.
It makes sense for the community to have taxpayers here that are responsible operators. Yet not only have we had their backs turned on us, it is going to drive away any opportunity for anybody else to be recruited here. So I think it's short-sighted.
Yep.
I believe it's unfortunate. Being a company that's headquartered here, we feel responsible for apologizing to the industry. This is not something that we're proud of. We happen to be here, but we're not supportive of the decision that was made. In fact, to the contrary. And what I'm afraid has happened here is that we've created a poster child for people that are unenlightened in the area of how safe and how responsible, the energy companies really are. And we've created a check mark that they can make to use in their advertising
and run
and
it to the next town and say, "Oh, look what Brunswick did."
Yes, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we'll move on, and our focus is in growing American jobs, growing the use of this tremendous opportunity that we have for economic development in this region of the country.
Great.
The greatest that I've seen in my life.
It is going to be that, absolutely. And with folks like you leading the way and providing services and products that are beneficial to the environment into the industry. We really appreciate that. So.
Go on and fight the next battle tomorrow.
Absolutely. I agree,
So,
Mike. Well, thanks for joining us today.
all the best. Thank you.
For more information, visit us at eidohio.org.